Did you know animals use tools just like humans do? Not by accident, not by chance, but by thinking, choosing, and adapting? Imagine a squirrel using a tiny hammer, a monkey crafting a stone workspace, a bird designing its own hook, an octopus solving puzzles scientists still struggle to explain. It sounds unbelievable until you meet Scrappy. Scrappy and the Impossible Nut. The morning sun painted the forest in gold as Scrappy the squirrel bounced from branch to branch, his fluffy tail flicking with excitement. Autumn was his favorite season, when the trees offered their greatest gifts. That's when he found it. The biggest, hardest, most stubborn nut he had ever seen. Scrappy rolled it. Scrappy tapped it. Scrappy gnawed until his cheeks puffed and his teeth buzzed. Nothing. The nut didn't crack. It didn't budge. It just sat there, mocking him. Scrappy flopped onto his back, staring at the sky. "There has to be a smarter way," he said aloud. That single thought, small and simple, sparked a journey that would change how Scrappy saw the entire animal world. The secret question no one asks. As Scrappy rested, he noticed something strange. A bird nearby wasn't pecking randomly. It carefully slid a twig into tree bark and pulled out a wriggling insect. Scrappy froze. "That twig," he whispered. "That's not food." A slow, steady voice answered him. "A tool," said a wise old tortoise, "is anything an animal uses to solve a problem that its body alone cannot." Scrappy's eyes widened. Animals use tools? The forest suddenly felt different. Not just a home, but a laboratory. Utterly amazing innovators. Scrappy followed the river's sparkle and discovered otters floating peacefully on their backs. One dove underwater and returned holding a shellfish. Then came the surprise. The otter placed the shell on her belly and lifted a smooth stone. Crack. Perfectly opened. Scrappy gasped. Otters don't grab random rocks. They choose stones of the right weight. Position shells carefully. Repeat precise actions. Some otters even keep favorite stones tucked into special skin pockets like tool belts. Different otter species use different techniques, proving that intelligence adapts to environment. Scrappy's tail twitched. "They plan," he whispered. "They choose." Chimp-champs and termite tails. From rushing rivers to warm forests, Scrappy observed chimpanzees at work. One chimp selected a stick, another stripped off leaves, another tested its length. Then slowly, carefully, the stick slid into a termite mound. Out came food. But what amazed Scrappy most wasn't the snack, it was the learning. Young chimps watched. Older chimps taught. Different groups used different tools. That meant knowledge was being shared. That meant animals had culture. Scrappy felt his world growing bigger, beyond the obvious, unexpected animal architects. Scrappy thought he understood tool use. Then the surprises multiplied. New Caledonia crows. These birds didn't just use tools, they made them. They bent twigs into hooks and planned their use ahead of time. Capuchin monkeys. They created stone workshops, choosing anvils and hammers to crack nuts, sometimes using the same spots for generations. Elephants. They used branches to swat flies, scratch unreachable itches, and even block paths. Cleaner wrasse fish. They used coral like an anvil, scraping parasites from larger fish with precision. Octopus puzzle masters. Octopuses solved puzzles, opened jars, remembered solutions, and even carried coconut shells as portable shelters. Scrappy sat stunned. "This isn't instinct," he said. "This is problem solving." The conflict returned Scrappy's final test. Back home, Scrappy faced the nut again. But this time, he didn't feel frustrated. He felt inspired. He remembered the otters, the chimps, the crows. Scrappy placed the nut on a flat stone, climbed above it, and nudged a heavier rock. Crack. Victory. Scrappy danced. Scrappy's great realization. Animals don't just survive, they adapt, they experiment, they innovate. Tool use proves intelligence comes in many forms, and nature is full of quiet brilliance. Scrappy looked at the forest differently now, not as a place of instinct, but as a place of ideas. Final call to adventure. Next time you see an animal, pause, choose, think, watch closely. You may be witnessing an inventor at work, because some of the smartest minds on earth don't wear shoes.